Hi, my name is Dr. Melissa Parks. I'm the founder of Intentional Expat, and I'm a psychologist helping individuals around the globe via online therapy, and I also have a private practice in the Netherlands. Today, you're seeing me from my home office, which is where I'm often seeing my online clients from. And today, I wanted to talk a little bit about the inner critic. So, all of us can probably identify a time where we've struggled with that voice inside of us that can be a little harsh on us, telling us maybe we're not good enough, or are you sure that you can do that? It's a topic that comes up in conversation and something I work on quite frequently with my clients, although not everyone has heard of that term inner critic before. I find it's a really helpful term to be able to kind of talk about and identify. But a lot of my clients find that when they notice that they have this really strong inner critic inside, they are just like, okay, all right, I'm ready. Like, let's get rid of it. And unfortunately, the working on combating your inner critic, it doesn't work like that, because that it's like you can't fight fire with fire. You can't say if the inner critic is saying you can't do it, you're not good enough. It's just not going to work to go to the inner critic and say, stop it, be quiet, don't do this. Really what we need to cultivate more is actually a more compassionate attitude towards ourselves and towards our inner critic, which might sound a little strange. But our inner critic comes from a place of wanting to protect us. It's the voice that develops usually when we're quite young. It's as a way to kind of like help us not get into too much trouble, to not hurt other people, to make a good impression. So if you kind of think about it like that, it's kind of like your a sort of security guard inside of you that's trying to help keep you safe. The problem is it's a little bit too cautious and sometimes can keep you from doing things that are really important to you. I think a good metaphor for the inner critic is thinking about it like you're as like a small child that's inside of you. And it's that part of you that's saying, hey, I'm scared. I don't know if I want to go for that because it sounds really scary and it sounds really risky. And so hopefully you wouldn't respond to a child by saying like, well, just stop it and buck up and it's not that big of a deal. If not, that's a topic for another video on a different day. But really, like an ideal way to respond to a child in that situation would say, I know this is scary. I understand that this is difficult, but I'm here for you. I'm here for you, and you're not alone, and it's going to be okay. So one of the ways that I work on the inner critic with clients is by cultivating that kind of a voice, which is what we refer to as self-compassion. And self-compassion, it is not like turning on a light switch. It's not something that you can just say, all right, yes, like my clients do sometimes. Self-compassion, I'm ready for it. Like, let's do it. It takes time. It takes you've had a lot of years probably not being self-compassionate, and so it takes time to change that relationship with yourself. But today I'd like to teach you something that comes from one of the main researchers in self-compassion, Kristen Neff. And she talks about the importance of just really doing actions and also changing some of your inner dialogue to try to act towards yourself in a more compassionate way. So what you can do is think about a way that you can kind of show yourself some love. That can be giving yourself a hug, or it can be something just really simple like putting your hand on your shoulder, putting your hand on your heart, because it's something that you want to be able to do not only when you're in the comfort of your home, but on the go too, to just kind of remind yourself, it's okay, I'm here for myself. So try it with me right now. Figure out what feels the most comforting to you right now, either the hug. For me, I think it's really helpful to kind of just put my hands right here on my chest. And think about doing it in a loving way towards yourself too. And you can do it with your eyes open or with your eyes closed. And just try to say to yourself, okay, I feel sad right now, or I feel scared right now, or I'm feeling nervous right now. And saying to yourself, I feel scared. It's okay. It's okay to feel scared. And it's just a feeling. It's not going to last forever. And I'm going to be okay. And I'm going to be here for myself. So quick little practice on self-compassion. I hope to be writing a blog post about it soon as well. So look forward to that. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks.